Okay. Hey guys, it's Halima. Welcome back. I'm so happy to be here. Today is Friday and it's the last day of the videos for the week. I will typically probably take a break on Saturdays, on Sundays for my self-care, and maybe pop in with a video here and there, just updating you on some lifestyles, real life, real time scenarios that I've had going on within my own life. Now, my last videos, the music is going to be a little loud. This microphone picks up a lot of sound. I did not realize it because it was like pretty low. I had some classical music on to help me relax, but when I played it back, I was like, ooh, that is pretty loud. So I'm not gonna redo the video unless you absolutely want me to, because you can still hear me. But I made sure I turned this extremely down. I am playing Canon in D minor. Canon in D major. I love that song. And it's on loop, so it should last throughout the entire video. And again, like I said, this is a part of my self-care. I love music, especially classical music. I grew up, listening and playing classical instruments. So I tend to, navigate back to that genre because it really does relax me and help me, be my optimum self. And that's what it's all about here. That's why we're here, right? We want to be the best versions of ourselves, whatever that looked like. So let me just get a little sip of water. Evian is good. So just a reminder, the tips I share based on my own experience and what I found helpful. By all means, I'm not a money managing guru at all, period. I love to spend. I'm the spender. Like, I love to spend, and I can know it's wrong and strong, and I'll be like, but I want to spend money. So I am looking more into investing said money that I would normally spend. I can go through money really, really fast. And I tend to attract partners that can do the same. So God, if you're going to send me anyone, you don't have to. I'm content with my life. But if you are going to send me someone, you gotta let them be the investor, the budgeter, the money maker, the frugal one. But he spoils me. Like, he puts money to the side to make sure he can spoil me. But he's about his business. Like, so, please, because like I said, I tend to attract people. We both just be spending money. I be spending his money. I spend my own money. And it's just always end up like, oh, we got to figure out how to make more money, and it's a stressful time, and yeah, we don't want no more of that. So, but I did do some research, and again, always consult with a financial advisor, not with your cousins and your aunts, unless they are financial advisors. And also pay attention to people, like, look at what they do. Like, I would take advice from my youngest daughter. She's 24, but she has great money management skills. I don't know where she get it from, but I'm happy that one of us in the family has it. So, I will take some advice from her because she lives that. She's about that life. So, you want to get a career coach for personalized advice. So today we're going to talk about financial planning and career transitions during your midlife glow up. I'm not calling it a midlife crisis. It's a midlife glow up. Like, we're glowing up in here. So without further ado, let's get into how you can prepare for the future while embracing opportunities. All right. So financial planning for the second half of your life. So reviewing your budget. I did do this. This is what made me decide to give up what I gave up. So wait a minute. I'm having a hot flash right now. I think, you know what I noticed too? I be having these hot flashes when I get excited. So I was pretty excited about this topic because, I like talking about money. So, okay. All right, I'm back. Um, so reviewing your budget. Like I said, I did this, right? And I was like, oh no, I'm not doing this, right? So I had to make some real lifestyle changes. And I did. And I landed in a really ideal position by adjusting what, not worrying about what people thought about me, what they was going to say, or, because all they're going to do is talk about you when you in the hospital and say, well, what you should have did. So I just take matters in my own hand and just do what I feel is best for my life, and that's just that. So you want to start by reviewing and adjusting your budget to accommodate any changes of income or expenses. The Financial Planning Association recommends reassessing your budget regularly to stay on track with your goals. So I would say probably twice a year, every 6 months, just to look at your budget and to make sure that you are on point or on track. And you may have to adjust. You may say, well, in order for me to have this type of vacation, I may need to, have a second hustle. What I found, and I haven't even really taken advantage, but with me being in the space where I resell clothes, there's like the money's out here, somebody, if it's quality, if it's well put together, if you package it well, meaning like you're putting it out into the world, that's aesthetically pleasing, you're gonna make a sale. Like you're gonna so like with my books, like my fantasy novel that I'm working on, I actually hired a copywriter to look at my stuff, just to make sure that it's aligned with what I think it should be aligned with. I have a very honest copywriter, and she'd be like, I don't mean to hurt your feelings, and I'm like, you're not hurting my feelings. You're the expert in this. I'm just a creator, and yes, I'm gonna think XYZ, but if that's not what it is, then I would just have to pivot, So that's like what you reassessing your budget is like, or even talk to, like, I know a lot of banks have this service where you can kind of talk to someone for free or a small amount, and they can help you out, like if you can't just afford to hire outside advisors. So keep that in mind. Contact your bank and see if they have that service for you. And if they don't, you should find a bank that do. Planning for retirement. This is a tricky one for me. I'm on track that I have to just become rich. Like seriously, like no lie, because I did not plan. Like I let the retirement age up. What the retirement age for me is another 17, let me just say 20 years to be safe. Let's just say, because I know the number keeps going up. I'm so ill prepared. Like that 401k has been cashed that, so right now I just have to make money online and call it a day at this point, or marry well at this point. I have to marry a rich person because I don't have that in order. However, if you are young enough, if I'm have some 20 or 30 years old just listening in, if you're 40, at the turn of 40, just start paying attention to that and start figuring that stuff out. I know they have like IRAs and Roths and mutual funds and all stuff like that. Talk to someone and see how you can aggressively start getting some money that will be put to aside or grow for you by time you're retirement age. So you can at least have something at this point, because I feel like you should start in your 20s. The earlier the better. I wish I would have known. I would have started, especially my kids, I would have started them when they were born. I read this where you can, if you put $7,000 into a mutual fund for your children, they would definitely be a millionaire by the time they retire. I didn't know, but knowing is not an excuse, to be honest with you, like, because, I didn't ask. I didn't even, I just don't want to just, oh, well, we're just ignorant. No, like, somebody said something flashed on the TV or whatever, but I didn't prioritize that at all. So, I kind of feel bad because my kids work really hard, and I wish I would have just kind of gave them that kind of leg up. But I'm going to try to make it up on this end. So please support me. Please subscribe. Please share, just so I can retire, So you want to definitely plan for retirement. It's important to plan for retirement by setting aside savings and investing wisely. The U.S. Security and Exchange Commission provides guidelines on retirement planning and investment strategies. So emergency fund importance. An emergency fund can provide financial security. The National Endowment of Financial Education suggests aiming to save 3 to 6 months worth of expenses. Now, mind you, when I was laid off from my job, I had 6 months of expenses put up. I went through it. I've been unemployed for 10 months. And so, that's good, 3 to 6 months. But because of my experience, because personally for me, I've been very picky with what I want to do because I don't want to work too hard. I don't want to be on my feet all day. I don't want to be sitting at a desk all day. I try to do this work from home job. And I mean, when I say my mind was just like blowing up inside itself, I was so miserable. And I only did that for 2 months. So, you just really, at this age, you want to be really realistic. But at the same time, you do have to pay your bills and all that stuff like that. So I opt to downsize. So I know they say 3 to 6 months was just like a blessing because a lot of people literally live paycheck to paycheck. But I would aim for a year, to be honest with you. Like, just based off experience, because I had 6 months and that came and went because I was still, I was paying double my expenses where I was. And, that extra, $1,000, $1,100 could have just, not be in touch, which would have lengthened the expenses, the emergency fund. But so like I said, I opt to downsize. I did it later. I should have did it sooner, but I just felt like something was going to figure itself out, but that's just not the reality. So, we are in charge of our own selves, but aim for a year, aim for 12 months if possible. If you have a bonus, stuff like that, put that into your emergency fund, and then talk to your financial advisor, talk to a broker, talk to your bank, and see how you can flip that money and make sure that it works for you and not against you. So, because the longer money sits in the bank is losing its value. Like if it's just sitting in a savings account. So you have to figure out how to make that money work for you. And I know a lot of us are not that savvy about that, but there are experts around us that we can talk to, or just watch a bunch of YouTube videos and just see if you can figure it out on your own. But the knowledge is out there. There's really no excuse at this point. So, career transition. Now this is one of the ones that I was facing. So my prior career that allowed me the lifestyle that I was able to develop. I was in operations. I was a manager, and it paid well. Like it wasn't right at 6 figures, but it was enough for me because of the town I live in. It's a small town, but I was able to have the luxuries on at a lower price point, as if I, because if I was like in Atlanta, I would be paying real money, for what I had. So I was able to appear that I had this luxurious lifestyle based off the job I have. And it was like, and I loved what I was doing, but of course, life happens, and I had to like figure out like, well, what is my next move? And I didn't have a plan B at all, so you want to make sure that you're strategizing of what is the likely outcome, of like if you do get laid off, or if you just say, I don't even want to be here anymore. You don't have to wait for them to decide. You can decide what you want to do, but you want to look at your skill sets, what you're good at, what you're going to love, and start cultivating that to move into that direction. So consider exploring new career opportunities or further your education. The Career One Stop website offers resources for career planning and job searching for midlife professionals. So check out Google Career One Stop. I didn't even know that was a resource. But Google it and see what you can get out of it. Upskilling and reskilling. Invest in new skills can open new doors to new job opportunities. The U.S. Department of Labor provides information on training programs and educational resources. So you want to go to U.S. Department of Labor, search upskilling and see what comes up. Okay. Retirement planning, understanding the different retirement accounts. Learn about different types of retirement accounts like 401ks, IRAs. The IRS website offers detailed information on these accounts and their benefits. That's why I say it's important to talk to someone that in this financial realm, because when they set you up with the 401k at your job, they don't explain anything. They just say, hey, we match or we do this or whatever. And, you're like, okay. And you don't really know what's going on. And I saw some videos where, because the 401k, they basically take your money and they invest it in mutual funds. But you're thinking your money is doing something and it's really not doing that a lot of times, because a lot of these mutual funds have additional fees attached to it. And I saw this video and it was like every fund on the account had its own separate fee outside of the fee of actually being with a broker. So you just want to kind of just educate yourself and make sure that you're doing the right thing. It's your money. I know I'm the type of person, like, I do, like, just do what you got to do. And then at the end of the day, I just want to open up a check, but that's just not the reality of the situation, with a lot of things that we're not aware of. So ignorance is not bliss all the time. It literally can get you in trouble. I remember I got a big check. And I have a business, so I'm able to write off a lot of things because I have a business. And this check was like employment related. And normally in my employment, I file exempt because I'm writing off to offset that, right? And I did not file exempt for this particular check. And they took so much. So I was just so ignorant to it, instead of me asking the right questions. So, or paying attention. I was pretty distracted with the relationship, and it's your fault, what I'm saying. So I would get it back, but I needed it at that moment, what I'm saying. So you just kind of want to make sure that you are on your P's and Q's when it comes to your finances. If you're not, no one else is going to do it for you. So planning for healthcare costs. This is a very important one. I have healthcare through the marketplace, and it seems okay, but you do have those deductibles. Mine is $2,000 or $3,000, and you have to pay that before you can really maximize your health care. So it's nice to plan for that, put that to the side, have your emergency fund, and then put your health care deductible aside, whatever that is, and see how you can maximize and benefit from any health care provider that you have. Talk to your benefits department and make sure that you're optimizing that, because I've known healthcare. I was with a company and we had healthcare, and I never knew that they paid for a gym membership. It was not like, in the forefront of like, this is the benefit package. Like, oh, this is what we're going to give you. And we paid a little small fee. It wasn't a big fee at all for the healthcare, but gym membership was a part of that. Therapy was a part, was free. And I was just like, wait a minute, I just didn't know. And if I knew, I would have took advantage of it. So just make sure that you know what is going on, when in terms of any benefits that you're getting. So, don't forget the plan for healthcare costs in retirement. The Center for Medicare and Medicaid Services provide resources on Medicare and other health coverage options. Also, what can help with healthcare is taking care of your health now. Not saying it's a foul-proof method. Like, not saying the doctor is not going to deliver some kind of news. However, you can hedge against a lot of stuff if you just take care of yourself now. Watch what you put into your body. Work out. Do your moderate walking. Get plenty of rest. Recover. Don't be stressed out. Don't let people, places, or things stress you out. And trust me, that will help you. Even if something I'm a firm believer, I don't believe in like non-curable diseases. I think everything can be cured. It's just not going to be cured the way we think it's going to be cured through medicine. It's going to be cured by you holistically understanding who you are and what your body is capable of doing. And that takes practice, that takes research and resources, right? But if you just understand, like, okay, if I was to put my best foot forward when it comes to my health, if the doctor do see something, whatever it is, I feel like your body will be strong enough to fight against it. Opposed to you not taking care of yourself, and now you're not only dealing with this new ailment, your body now has to still heal itself from the damage that you've been doing to it, prior to that. So this is important. It's getting real, guys. It's really getting real out here in these streets. And you just want to make sure, like, I woke up plenty of time and I've been like, my back, like, I'm like, did I sleep wrong? Like, nah, your body is just locking up on you, so I'm like, okay, I gotta move, I got this, because your body's not, it's gonna tell you what it is, it's gonna tell you what it needs, so you just have to pay attention. So that wraps up the week of videos of the series. I hope you found the tips on the financial planning and career transition helpful. If you have any questions on the topic you'd like to cover in the future, leave them in the comments. I will read my comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to be for more great content. Also, let me know what else you want me to cover. And I could do a deep dive and talk about it. And, I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. And until next time, I will see you soon. Bye.